You'll notice that as you become more established in the contentless self beyond the mind, your life and your activities will naturally become way less about yourself, about your personal self. Actually, when you are on the spiritual path, you start to really notice all the selfish motives, how each one of your days and every activity, every moment of that day is just to serve some sort of selfish motive. The conversations you have with others, the mind is always trying to manipulate them or get what it wants. It's always reducing the current moment as like a means to some future end that is going to be better. And so all the activities of life are surrounding a very, very selfish motive for personal gain or to get rid of something that is deemed unpleasant or unwanted. Whereas as you become more established in the space prior to story, prior to past, prior to personality, right? Personal identity. Now, in this knowingness, in this pure seeing, your personal self is no more significant than any other personal self or any of the other content that appears. All is equal, Think about it. Usually when you go about life, you're responding from, like, your reference point for what you take yourself to be is just this body and the bundle of preferences and resistances, the past, the story, the future. And that's where you're responding to life from. That's where you're living from. And so obviously, what you consider yourself to be is this content, whereas the plethora of the rest of the content you take to be outside of myself. You take to be other, else. But as your own sense of self becomes more established, as you begin to start recognizing that my true position lies in the knowingness prior to my story, prior to the name, the shape, the form, the past, the future. Now, in this knowingness, this is not the only thing known. This is not of greater significance than something else that is also known. Right? On the movie screen, every pixel, every image that is being portrayed is equally significant. In the movie that is playing, the current scene, the image of the movie character is not more significant than the image of the tree that is right next to the movie character. All is of equal significance. Without it, the movie is not there. So in this knowingness, all exists. It is actually in this knowingness that even the sense and the concept of I and other exist. See this. It is in the seeing that even the I and the other appear. So you see, as you become more established in that, as you begin to acknowledge yourself as that, your day-to-day life becomes less and less about the gain of this one and avoiding the loss of this one. If anything, you start to live for the whole. Your life is no longer just about personal gain and to try to build up the personality based on your ideas about what is good and what is bad. But rather, now you're sort of a servant of love, of knowingness, of knowledge, of wisdom. You live that, you share that, you embody that, and embody not just through your own personality, but rather your entire life, that which is in the knowingness. Everything embodies that, everything reflects that back to you. Hence the harmonious nature of your circumstances and experiences. They are simply a reflection of you being established in a deeper essence, in a selfless motive, in the realm prior to identity. And as you begin to live for more than just your little personal self, naturally this deepens your understanding of what you are as that essence, right? As your life becomes more about service, about selflessness, about giving, naturally this opens up a whole new realm of intelligence and power to you. It is true power. And this deepens your understanding more and more of what you are. And as your understanding of yourself develops, as your self-knowledge becomes deeper, automatically this impacts, right, more of those qualities in your experience. Love, wisdom, truth, which then is again reflected back to you. So you see how it feeds off of each other. Because you learn it through religion and other teachings. Everybody's always telling you to be selfless and give, but it doesn't make sense to you because you're looking from the person. You're still living from just the body and the bundle of thoughts. So if you really wish to be loving, if you really wish to be selfless, your reference point of what you consider yourself to be has to shift to a deeper realm. Because in that knowingness, I and other are just images in the same one image. All is within that knowingness. The knowingness itself is the true I, whereas the relative I that's the reference point from where you constantly, create I and other. So know that even that reference point itself is within the true reference point, which is your very own self, from where you are already aware right now. So how to begin this, as in every video I share with you? Through cultivating a silence within yourself, through meditation, through self-inquiry, consistent daily application, through living the teaching as we talk about it so simply on this channel and many of maybe other teachers you follow as well. Dedicate yourself to the teaching. Become the living example of what we speak of. And don't just do it for the sake of personal gain. Because see, again, you're just working against your own self. Because that's not what the teaching is about. Come from love. Come from peace. Come from silence. And let the rest take care of itself, When you're not working for personal gain, then you're no longer really obsessed with any result either. And you're just doing the work for the work's own sake. And that's when results are most profound. So use the resources available to you on this channel and elsewhere. Whatever is coming into your experience, all is turning you within. Don't just dive into these videos and watch these videos and dive into the mental concepts. Actually take the time to be silent, to be still, to be quiet. Create a consistent meditation practice, an inquiry practice. And let that be the foundation upon which you, now start to really live this teaching. Good luck. Thanks for watching this video. Just 2 things before you go. If you want to learn how to implement the teaching that we cover on this channel in a step-by-step format and really develop your understanding of it in a faster way, make sure to watch my free 1-hour class that I'm offering right now. And second, if you want to work with me personally to help you dissolve mind identification and return to peace through self-inquiry, check out my program down below. It's called the Higher Consciousness Shift. Enrollments are now open, so just check out the details and book your free call, and we'll see if it's right for you. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.